So welcome to Slack. Slack is an app that we're going to use for virtually all of our written communication during your time with the Humane League. It's super easy to use, but I figured I would make a quick walkthrough just to show you the basics. Once you play around with it, you'll see very quickly that it's super intuitive and, like I said, very easy to use. First of all, you'll see up here, you're in the Campus Outreach Slack team. That's kind of just the umbrella that we're all under when we're using Slack. Go in here, and I definitely encourage you to upload a photo of yourself. You can add your title. Maybe right here you'll want to put what school you're at. And fill that out just so everyone else can see who you are and you don't have that kind of boring default photo if you feel so inclined. The two biggest ways that we're going to communicate on Slack are through channels and through direct messages. Channels are just kind of an ongoing thread that as many people in our Slack team who want can join. So the general channel is kind of the Slack default channel that they set up. This is our kind of least serious, least work-related channel on Slack. So this is kind of our water cooler chit-chat channel. So if you had a funny story from the day, or a particularly positive experience that you want to share, or a photo, or you can post a YouTube video here. Really anything. This is just kind of like our hangout channel, so to speak. For more work-specific stuff, we've got a specific channel, and we'll have more of these over the next couple days for each of the things that you're going to be responsible for. And we can add channels throughout the semester as well. If there's a channel that you think we should add, just run it by your campus outreach director, and we can add a channel. Obviously, the leafleting channel, the purpose here is basically to chat about all things leafleting. For example, if it was raining out and instead of leafleting in the quad, you held the door to the library open with your foot and leafleted everyone on their way out, and that worked super well, share that here so other people can try that idea out, that kind of stuff. Same thing for your Meatless Monday pledging, post that stuff in this channel, etc. We're going to set up an intros channel so that everyone can introduce themselves. We've got a channel about campus club work. We've got a channel for Humane League victories, so all of our national and global victories. Your campus outreach directors will be sharing that news with you here so we can all see all the badass stuff THL is doing throughout the semester and keep track of that. And like I said, this is like a thread on a forum. It's just like a big group discussion. We're all part of it. We can all chime in, and they are kind of topic specific. The DM feature is like any DM feature on Facebook or Instagram or anything else. And on Slack, this is more or less all our alternative to email. So if you've got a question that is specific to an individual, don't post it in a channel, just send them a DM. So this is going to be used a lot for communication between you and your campus outreach director, your direct supervisor. If you've got a question specific to me, hit me up and send me a direct message. You can also direct message more than one person. So, for example, if there's other students in the program who are within an hour of you in the same city, and you want to collaborate on an event, you can start a DM thread with 3 or 4 of you and so on in that direct message. But this is definitely more geared towards a direct message that pertains to a specific person or a specific group of people, as opposed to a post you would make in a channel that you want everyone's input on, or you want to share with everyone. A couple interesting things that you can do on Slack are just like Instagram or Twitter, everyone's got a little handle with their little @ sign, and everyone should be set up. I think just about everyone is set up with their first initial and last name. So if I want to tag my boss Andrea, I just start typing her name. Here she is, and I say hey Andrea, etc. You can tag people like that in channels. So if I see someone post in general and I want to respond to them in the channel, I can tag just them. If you want to tag everyone in a channel, you can do @channel, and it'll tag everyone in the channel. This I would say use more sparingly, because most of these channels are going to have over 50 people, so really make sure this is something that all 50 people are going to want to see. But that's something that you can do. And then, if you've got a question that you don't want to ask, or a comment that you don't want to have, be public in a channel, don't tag that person, send them a direct message. That's pretty much how it works. We've also got emojis on Slack, which, can be fun. One cool feature on Slack is that you can add custom emojis, which we've gone wild with at the Humane League. We've got like hundreds of ridiculous I don't know, etc. But you can respond to any post. So when you scroll over, it highlights it in gray. You can respond to any of these with emojis. There's a lot of handy emojis that really make communicating on here efficient. So some that I like to use are the eyes. I use this to let my boss know that I've seen something. So if she says, "Hey Chris, check out this article. I think you'd like it," I would just respond with the eyes and say, "Oh, saw it." Or if I get hit with an ask of, "Hey Chris, I need you to email so and so by the end of the day," I do check mark as in got it, taken care of it. So these are just kind of quick things you can do. But yeah, communicating on Slack is super efficient. It's easy. Like I think just by way of you using other social media platforms, communicating on here is going to be very intuitive once you start messing around with it. And it's really got the benefit of us being able to communicate as a large group. We're all working remotely. Obviously, there's many of us in the program, but none of us, or not many of us, are super close together where we get to meet up in person, and talk about our work. So Slack is kind of, our app, our way to do that, to chit chat with each other, to bounce ideas off the team, and definitely you're going to want to use that to your advantage throughout the semester. And I think just by the nature of the way Slack is set up, we're going to end up doing that where we've got a leafleting channel. There's over 50 people on our Slack team who can contribute ideas in this channel and share tips in this channel. So definitely you're going to want to use this to help each other out. If you need advice, ask for it. If you did something that worked really well, share that with the other students so that they can, do the same thing. Like I said, super easy to use. Once you start messing around with it, I think you'll get it. Definitely download this for your smartphone. I like it even more on my iPhone than I do on the computer, and I use it a lot on the go. And because we are asking you to check it once a day, every 24 hours is the requirement for the program, having it on your phone is super convenient. But yeah, definitely find the intro channel that I'm about to create, introduce yourself there, and then make some posts, toy around with it, and you'll figure it out pretty soon. So thanks for listening, and good luck.